speaking of visual, I also really enjoy visual timers. So I have one with me here. I know this is kind of fancy, but
Where
not
did
all
you get that off of Noah's Ark?
yeah, pretty much. Yep, that's right. But not all students, we think if we tell them, okay, 1 minute till cleanup, or you have 3 minutes
Mhm.
to do this, they don't all have a solid grasp on how long a minute is or 10 minutes or whatever. And I've just really found that a visual helps gauge their time because we can get frustrated with them. I told you you had 1 minute, but they don't understand that. So and I'm not just these are not just elementary ideas. These are all the way into high school. And I just found that a good old sand timer is a really fun visual. They're amused by it and get them all colors, shapes, and sizes. I bought this one at Walmart. It's just, a home decor one. But Katie, I think you've used some other ones
Yeah, I
too,
actually
right?
brought some of my timers. So here's one. This one's from Lakeshore Learning, and this is a huge digital timer. I love it. I mean, if you look at it compared to my face, it's a pretty big digital timer, so my students can see it across the room, so they can watch it that way. Another timer that I've been using this year to help students with some of their visual perception of time. And you can get these. This one counts down, and they can watch the time. They can watch the green going by, and then when it rings, then it's like, oh, okay, the time is up. And it's not super loud. You can even, it's got options on it for what you can do with how loud you want it to be, whether you want a sound at all. But I love
Yeah,
the visual
the
aspect of
visual.
this, so that the students can see the time going by.
Yeah.
Another one, there are so many online timers as well that you
Mm.
can actually put in PowerPoint. I know
Oh,
Teachers Pay Teachers has so many. I used some this morning because I have students having trouble with figuring out how much time is left before we start the day, and then they don't have their morning jobs done. So I've used a PowerPoint timer. It's just a digital timer. It looks like the red one I just showed
right.
you, but it counts down for them. And I saw students this morning even saying, oh, this is so much better because I can tell there's 5 minutes left. You know what? I'm not going to use my gold coins and go shopping. I better get my morning jobs done.
Mm.
So using
That's
those
great.
timers and helping our students rather than just keeping repeating, oh, there's 1 minute left or 30 seconds left, like you said. I
Yeah.
think it's so important for them to be able to see it. And it helps build their own perception of time for their
Sure.
job someday.
Yeah, this is real world stuff here. This is authentic. So great. Did you have something there, or do you want
Okay,
me to
yeah.
go?
Oh, another thing I
Okay.
wanted to show you. Okay, so this is we use iPads in our classroom. I'm a one-to-one classroom, and so my students do a lot. I want them recording their work, and so that I can see what they're doing. Maybe they're at a learning center while I'm teaching reading, or maybe it's something I want them to record so that their parents can see their progress or lack thereof. But sometimes when you record on an iPad or a phone or whatever, the recording doesn't come across really clear, especially with first graders who are jiggling it in their lap and you're getting all the feedback from the speakers and things like that. So
Right.
this plugs into the audio jack and they can speak into it just like a phone. It is funny though, because I saw some of my first graders even using it today upside down because they're not really
I don't
sure
have
which way it
phones.
goes. I'm like, they've never seen one of these
What's
before.
that cord?
I know it's a very retro type style here, but I thought it was fun. And it really picks up their voice well. And then you can also play back through it. So it works kind of like headphones. They can
Nice.
use it as a headset that way. So that has been really important for, while there's noise going on in the classroom, I still get a clear recording of the student's
Yeah.
voice.
It's just a natural thing once they figure out
Yeah.
which way the cord goes, right?
Yeah.
By
Yeah.
the way, while you were talking, I noticed behind you your magnetic
Mhm.
gutter, if you want to call it bookshelf,
Mhm.
whatever.
Yes.
I love those. And I know
Mhm.
those are available on Amazon. I just saw them recently. They're only about $10.
Yeah.
And it is it's like they call it a bookshelf, but to me, it kind of looks like a magnetic gutter that you can stick on your board and display anything, books or clocks or whatever. I don't know
Yes.
if you have anything, but I saw that and I thought
No,
that's a good
yeah,
one
that
too.
that one has been up because I've been teaching time this week, and I just love it for all the things that don't stick to the board or
Yeah.
that you want to display and have ready for your students, whether it be a poster or whatever, and it's something that's too heavy for the board. I love that those little magnetic gutters or bookshelves, whatever you want to call them, work great for that. I love it for displaying whatever book we're going to be reading that day. Just so many different uses. Yeah, those are
Yeah. The
great.
chalk tray can only hold so many
Yeah,
things, right?
speaking of books, can I share the tool? I know I was telling you about this before.
Yeah.
It's an app, so
Oh,
it's
sure.
it's a little hard to show, but I wanted to mention this for our listeners because it has just totally transformed the way I do read aloud in my classroom. And whether you're a pre-K teacher, lower elementary, or whether you are still liking to read storybooks even to your middle elementary and upper elementary students, the app is called Novel Effect. And I was introduced to it this summer at a technology conference, and I was blown away by what it does. And it's been so exciting. I used it today. I've been using it almost every day this year. What it is the premise is the teacher still gets to use their paper book. I am holding a book in front of my students. I'm turning the actual pages. That is very important to me as a teacher.
Right. Yeah.
But when I turn on the app and open the app, then most of my books that I read are actually in the app. There's quite a few.
Just already there automatically.
They're already there automatically. The app designer has put so many books in there for teachers to use. I tap on that book. I start reading it. I start reading the paper copy of it to my students. And the app is listening with the use of AI for the really important words in the book on each page, and it is giving me sound effects to support my reading.
Nice.
So today we were reading a story about turkeys and things like that as we're getting ready for the holidays, and it was giving me gobbling turkeys in the background. It was giving me mysterious music when the turkey got lost. It was doing so many wonderful things like this one. Okay, so this is one that I'm reading tomorrow to my students. This is Bear Feels Sick. And I still want to get that paper copy in front of them. I want to be face to face with them and not having them using a screen. But when I open this and I open the app and it's listening to me read, it's giving me the sounds of winter and it's giving me the sound of the bear snoring.
It brings that book to life.
It is absolutely bringing the book to life. And it actually stops. So if I stop and I want to discuss the book with my students, it stops and waits for me. Or if I have something I need to take care of or something in the middle.
What if you have to correct somebody?
Yes, it waits for me and it listens for those keywords. Also now, in the last few weeks, they've been adding paper pencil activities as well. So like the book that we read today, it had a PDF document of 65 pages of questions I can ask my students, different activities that I can do with them to follow up after the story. It is an absolute goldmine. You can use the website or you can use the app, and they're constantly adding new books. It is a paid subscription. I think I got it for like $30 for the year. I think it was on a sale price when I got it, but it is so worth it. You can even get a school-wide license, but it just brings read aloud time to life, and it's absolutely amazing. I think it's one of the highlights of things that I've added to my classroom this year that I absolutely can't do without. It's been wonderful.
Enjoyed this short clip? That was just a sneak peek into a full episode on the Teacher Edition podcast. We are passionate about supporting Christian educators like you. Looking for more inspiration and practical strategies you could use today? Subscribe now wherever you get your podcasts. Brought to you by BJU Press.